Good day and welcome back to another DB Legends video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at Red Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, the Ultra Red Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. We're going to see just how good he is in DB Legends. Now, when it comes to the equipment, I do apologize. I ran out of slot removers during the new force. I've still been building up, but I had to also make sure that I had the Green Legends Limited boys have their equipment done for my other video. So obviously sacrifices were made, but these are the right equips that I would probably say. The new Platinum equip from the Hyperdimensional Cop is also very good for Vegeta, so I do highly suggest that one. But these are the right equips for Vegeta, and then obviously he can be boosted, by the Omega Shenron. He can be boosted Vegeta Clan style, or he can be boosted by his older self, that sparking red Vegeta. So there's a lot of really good, kind of boosts there for him. I'm sure there's more as well. There's red sands and everything like that. So there is quite a few decent boosts. I will say, probably Vegeta's Clan or Pure Saiyans or GT clearly are obviously his best teams. GT I think is very, very, very specific though. So I think you're probably better off running either Vegeta Clan, which is very nice with Ultra Vegeta and him on the same team, and the Green Legends Limited Vegeta I think is a very nice team. Or obviously, you can run him on like GT, something, Pure Saiyans, a little bit better, a little bit more interesting. So Vegeta is a damage dealing unit. Okay, his whole prerogative, his whole existence is to deal damage. That's what he does. That's why he exists. It's how he gets through things emotionally. No, but it's what he does. So like if you look at his main ability, we'll start there. He destroys one card, destroys ultimate odds next, health up, only 10%, ally health up, 20%, that's super interesting. Key of 50, cancels attribute downgrades and abnormal conditions, and removes 3 of the enemy's Dragon Balls, which is very huge, really big. His resonance ability is 30% up, damage of course, key recovery up, and then also 5% per GT battle member, which is important. His unique ability, damage 300%, damage guard 210, key recovery 70, draw speed 1, sub count on switch -2, and endurance 50% recovery. So it's got endurance, damage 300%, very big, guard 210%, not bad, not super tanky. No elemental nullification right off the bat, but he does have some. So when he enters battlefield, for the first 5 timer counts, he will have a nullification of elemental disadvantage received. He also nullifies special cover changes. He gets health up, draws 1 card if hand has 3 or fewer, gets 50 key, and destroys an enemy card. So a lot upon entry. Destroying a card, great for disrupting the enemy. Gaining key, gaining a card, all good for him. And then nullification of elemental disadvantage is great, especially if he's cover changing in. If there's a defeated battle member, he also gets a huge unique gauge increase, which is big, because if he can come in, burst off unique gauge, it's very good. On ally battlefield entry, his unique gauge will go up, and his next activated arts damage will go up as well, 20% up to 100%. So what's important with this is that he can build up that arts damage by having allies switch in, which is very important, because if you're switching between 2 allies, you can use Vegeta to finish off. Vegeta's a closing unit more than anything else. It's not someone you actually want to start the battle with, he's someone you want to end the battle with, and that's how he exists. When the opponent's down, low on health, and he can just kind of start one-shotting them, it's very, very crucial, especially when you've been switching between your 2 other units. If the enemy activates a special move, ultimate or awakened arts or rising rush, he'll cancel enemy's buff effects. On the ally cover change, he gets health up and damage up. And then on switch attack activation, which is his special switch-in ability that happens, he deals major damage, nullifies elemental disadvantage, and cancels abnormal conditions. That is his very, very, very good ability. That switch attack activation is very nice. You'll see it pop up on him whenever you knock an enemy back in a combo, that you'll have the ability to instead choose to combo in with Vegeta. And this is good for 2 reasons. One, it lets you switch in. He gains all the effects of switching in, so 1 card, extra key, etc. So you can actually use Vegeta if you've ended a combo you can use Vegeta to continue a combo. So you can end your combo, run in with Vegeta and continue combo, which is pretty nuts. Then of course, obviously, he does huge damage with that introduction and gives himself a good start to the battle without being on the back foot. So basically, it's a great way to use Vegeta to extend your combos. Special cover change is effective against blast type, obviously very, very good, and is combo into his special damage. His unique gauge is a time type gauge, so it starts with 40%, goes up based on time, based on abilities like your special cards, etc. When it becomes full, he gets health, he nullifies combo breaking actions. This is huge. So this is like when his unique gauge releases, you will have seen in a clip here that, for example, Gogeta can't stop his combo. So Vegeta is a nullifier of guys who break combos. Chase-up effects, blast attacks from Yellow, Martian Vegeta, etc. And that is 15 timer counts whenever that unique gauge goes off. So it's not until that unique gauge ends, it's just 15 timer counts flat. He also then gets protect hands, sub counts, and then switch attacks available, which is very crucial. Release type on art used. So once he's activated his gauge and everything, he's got release type. That's really, really good. Draws a card, vanishing gauge goes up, damage goes up temporarily, and obviously it augments all his abilities, which, as you can imagine, is pretty crucial. So yeah, in terms of the abilities, all in all, green card, lots going on there. On activation, he'll get key up, unique gauge up, damage up. On hit, he'll draw up to 2 cards of hand as 3 or fewer. Nullify special action cover change, which is always crazy. On special arts, he'll increases unique gauge again, increases special damage again, increases critical rate again. And if his unique gauge is full, just a huge special damage boost as well. And the same happens with his ultimate arts. Just a huge, big ultimate damage. And also nullification of elemental disadvantage, which is very, very important. Because when you're facing like Blue MUI Goku, when you're facing units like that, being able to immediately blow them up is really, really good in that moment with that ultimate arts. One thing I will say is Vegeta does not have the tankiest abilities. So Vegeta is not like the greatest tanking unit. I mean, that's fairly obvious. He's got a little bit of nullification of elemental disadvantage and things to obviously keep him up to stop you from having him explode instantly. So that's perfectly fine. But he's got some decent health restoration. He's not got a huge amount of how can I say? It's not got a huge amount of tankiness, innate tankiness. A little bit of vanish, step, restore, a little bit of this, but he's not an outright tank. He is more of a direct damage dealer, focal damage dealer, things like that. He's definitely more that way inclined than anything else. But I think overall he is a very, very, very good unit, and I think he is incredibly solid. I think he's incredibly reliable. I think he's very, very, very good, personally, at least for me. That's just my opinion. And yeah, I think ultimately he looks really, really good. He looks solid to me. He feels very, very, very good in terms of countering units. When you can time that unique gauge right, and when you can time everything pretty well, when you can get the unique gauge going, when you can get, for example, the timing on that combo break and notification, he's really good.